Hey guys, Swayze is here. No investment advice provided. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please read the disclaimer in your own time. Right, guys, right, this is a little tutorial video. You can call it a setup if you like, but it's also market confirmation as well, right? And I'll get into it. It won't be a long. This will not be a long video, okay? And thanks for all the support from all of you wonderful people. We're definitely growing the cause. We're over 100 students now. I'm going to publish that on Twitter at some point when I can get around to it. But I mean, it's just phenomenal. Welcome to all the new members. This tutorial is not for the rookies. It's not for people that have just joined. This is more advanced level stuff. You obviously have to go through the tutorials, and we will be reopening backtesting very shortly. I've just been absolutely inundated with people wanting to come on board, and I've also had to end the lifetime memberships now, and I'm formulating a new fee system and all sorts of stuff. And I've been doing charts and videos, and oh my god, it's just been crazy. But you know what? Praise be to God for His blessings, and I'm absolutely humbled by all this. It's just wonderful. And some of you guys and all of you guys are just like amazing human beings, and I really appreciate you wanting to become part of this community. It's wonderful. Right, thank you. Full stop. Right, here we go, guys. So this is intermediate, right? Skill set now. We're getting into there's a lot more to come, guys. I was telling Alex the other day, it's like probably about 30% in, to be honest with you, if that, 35%. There's so much to learn. There's so much to learn. There's so much more to see, right? So, guys, right, you know what a reversal is. At this level now, you'll know about head and shoulders reversal patterns, right? So let's just use Dev on the daily as an example, right? Okay, because I've mentioned this before, but I wanted to make a standalone quick tutorial video about it because it's powerful, right? So head and shoulders reversal patterns are handy for predicting reversals, yeah? They're also extremely powerful for finding out where the market makers are truly going, in my opinion. Okay, and let me show you why. So Dev, we had a potential left shoulder head. You can put it there, doesn't really matter. So we had a potential left shoulder and we had a head, right? Okay, and if we just open up the price analysis a little bit here, right, we can see that, and as usual, I'm messing the charts up, as usual. Just want to get hold of this, right? Okay, we put it to the close. We can see that the danger level, right, because we know our head and shoulders form left shoulder. We put the trend line to the close of the highest swing high of the left shoulder, correct? Yes. There's the head. So that level, guys, was 8.26, right? And we know with head and shoulders that when price comes down, it won't, and it comes back up, it will not be able to defeat and close over 8.26. Why? Because the sellers are in control. Hence, you get your reversal, right? Short the market, okay? Shorting's, we'll get into shorting one of these days, but okay. We're learning how to buy the market right now, not financial advice, according to the moves of technical analysis, right? Okay. So, left shoulder was closed 8.26, right? Formed the head. Now, if the sellers would have been in control, this move here, when price went down, it would have come back up and it would not have been able to get past this level. But as we can see, price did, and it closed. And not only, guys, what's very interesting, right? Do you see how market structure works? Price closed on this level here of the left shoulder and then used that as support. Then it broke down, right? Okay. Then we drew the trend lines of the macro channel, right? Okay. And then using our formulations of setup candles. I mean, look at all these setups. It's just like a bonanza, right? It's unbelievable. It's like a Christmas buffet, right? Solid bar, engulf, right? Tail bar. I mean, how many more opportunities do you need to get in to the markets, right? We've called it out anyway. I mean, I've called Dev multiple times, but we've called this move as well, right? You would have been well up by now if you would have got in, not financial advice, of course. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is right, when price defeats potential head and shoulders, right, we know it's extreme confirmation. Now, we would have been in early anyway, but here's my point, right? This is the bigger market structure, right? Okay, all right. And what it's telling us with our system of technical analysis, guys, is that we've got potentiality of market structure up ahead, right? Yes, we've got some critical areas of resistance that price needs to get past, but do you see what price is doing? Look at what price is doing, right? So look, that was the potential. Have I got that exactly right? I might be a little bit out. Let's have a look. 8.24, okay, no problem. So there you go. Follow that trend line, right? Okay, do you see it? Right, price then used that as support, boom, gave us setups at key locational, high quality geographical location of the chart, boom, up it went. Then price, and we've talked about this before, is now using the top of forming resistance as new support. Why? Because it needs a foundation, if you like, to test this level here, this next level of consolidation, as we can see here, right? Okay, so let's see what happens, right? So say you would have been late to the party here, right? Okay, you had confirmation there. Yes, there's levels ahead, but it gives you the confirmation that you need. It's a very, very powerful indicator, right, of seeing. It's not so much a setup. I mean, you can call it a setup if you was late to the party, because potentially you've got market structure up ahead, which might go all the way to like 13, 14 pence, which would be very nice. That's what the macro trend is telling us. But we can see these examples all the time. Now, I was doing a bit of private work for a friend of mine past couple of days. I just given some analysis on some movies, right? Okay. So, VRS is a prime example, okay? Now, what I did for him, all right, I did the old Swayzer special, and we charted it out on the daily. We detected that there's a 2-year downtrend, right? 2-year downtrend, area of them, as we've seen this move, guys, play out loads of times, price found support, went into a larger consolidation, which is a range, came down in a triangle, found support, right? Now, what I detected, this is very interesting, right? And this is why this is a very powerful tool for spotting reversals as well. And it's very, very powerful, guys, to determine who's in control. So do you see this potential mini head and shoulders we've got here, right? This is no coincidence. Nothing is ever a coincidence with the dealers and the market makers, as we all know. There's the potential left shoulder, there's the head, right? You see that, guys? Left shoulder, head. Now then, this trend line here is the super macro market structure of the 2-year downtrend. And look what price is trying to do. It's testing it. It's testing it. So, what we do again, we do the same as we did with Dev, right? We pull the claws of the trend line. We pull the trend line down to the claws of the left shoulder. We've got a level, right? We have a level which is, let's just have a quick look. Right, there's the level, right? 37. It's actually 36.45 to be exact, right? That's the level. And I don't know why that's, yeah, it's 36.45, right? Whatever it is. Okay. Now then, the market at the minute has not made its mind up, right? It probably has made its mind up, but it's trying to trick and trap. That's what the market does, as we know, right? But we've got a few tricks up our sleeve. So we've got the mini head and shoulders on the daily, right? It's also replicated on the 4-hour, but we'll stick with the daily. Mini head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder. Now, I'm guessing, right, and it's a calculated and educated guess, that if price closes if price closes over 36.50 with VRS, I bet you, a bag of Walker's Grist salt and vinegar, right, that price will break that 2-year downtrend real soon. I bet you, right? And I bet you it'll break it with conviction, right? Because we know the market makers are always up to tricks. 2-year downtrend, potentiality of market structure, mini head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder, price closes over 36.50, whatever that number is. It's defeated this potential head and shoulders. Then it's game on for market structure to close over this 2-year downtrend, making that redundant, changing its market state, and then we've got the potentiality of market structure up ahead. And how much dough could you make if you played a short to medium term and aiming for the top of this market structure here? Bear in mind that's 66.35, not financial advice. Price is currently at 37.25. These moves, right, are all over the markets, guys, right? We can see them playing out all the time, and it's confirmation. Doesn't matter whether it's an inverse head and shoulders, potentially an inverse head and shoulders, doesn't matter whether it's a classic head and shoulders, all right, the potentiality of the head and shoulders, right? So when they start to form, it's like the market's trying to make its mind up, or it's trying to trick us, or it's trying to trap us, and it's trying to tell us what's going on. And we have to analyze these, draw our levels, put price alerts right on those levels, and don't jump too early. We have to have confirmation that it's going to be a strong break with conviction. There's no point in trying to get in for a couple of point P's too early or whatever, a couple of pence too early, right? If we get it wrong and it drops, because we've got, look at the market structure we've got here, right? We don't go long in downtrends, and we don't swim against the trend. You guys all know this. This is the beginning foundational stuff of your technical analysis development, right? This is slightly more advanced, as we know now. You know about head and shoulders, right? We know about cup and handles. That's a different video, but we see cup and handles all over. Cup and handles will create, even in a downtrend, to tell us what's going to happen down the road. The market makers made up their minds, in my opinion, with VRS about what they were going to do, right? Literally 3rd of February 2020. Why else would they have started to form this structure, which is taking price out of potentially out of a 2-year downtrend? So I just wanted to make a quick video. It's powerful stuff. Start looking at head and shoulders, especially at near key areas of geographical interest in the charts. And this is why old Swearzers, right, can call the market moves and reversals before 99% of FinTwit. Not bragging, but it's just true. I mean, you know, look at all the calls. We've done it with so many. ACP, the AA. I mean, you know, UCOG. I mean, like, there's so many. Honestly, guys, I completely forget how many reversals we've called. Right, but this is another trick. Well, not a trick, but another skill set that we can learn when we use it in conjunction with our other skill sets and the different elements that we are becoming really adept at, should I say, right? This is powerful stuff. So I'm looking at this very carefully now. So for a client of mine, a private client of mine, he's all right for a few quid, got more money than me, but he ain't got these skills, right? So rewatch the video tutorial. You can see it in real action across the charts. I just wanted to choose DEV as an example and VRS as an example because this stuff is very, very powerful. All right, guys, so I will leave you with this. I'm going to upload it. I hope everyone's well. I'll be back testing again soon. And keep up the good work, guys, all right? Study. This stuff does get easier day by day, week by week, month by month. Before you know it, you're seeing moves in the markets that you can only ever dreamed about before. Cheers, guys.